Welcome to Healing Dialogues. I'm Irene Siegel, co-director of Centerpoint, an integrated health and counseling center located in Huntington, New York. This is the fourth segment in a four-part series called The Medicine Wheel. We've been talking about the different directions on the wheel that make up the medicine wheel, and today we're talking about the work of the East on the wheel. We've been using the Incan wheel as a symbol for growth and personal transformation. We've talked so far about how in the South we look to release the past, let go of the ghosts of the past that we've been holding on to, possibly even for centuries. Then we've moved to the West, the place on the wheel of the spiritual warrior. And it's in that place that we learned how to face our greatest fears so that we could learn that there's nothing to fear and we can take that leap into spirit. Then we move to the North on the wheel, which is the place of mastery. It's where we learn to be in the world but not of the world, and we begin to recognize that our reference point becomes our soul rather than our everyday world. That brings us to the work of the East. The East on the Incan wheel is represented by the eagle. This is a major force of nature, and the eagle represents the archetype of that direction. It's in the East that we learn how to take everything that we've learned around the wheel and bring it into our everyday world. We might think that we know what it is we want to create and manifest in our world, but when we start to learn how to journey into the non-ordinary realms, the way that the shamans do, then we begin to learn that our reference point becomes our soul rather than our everyday personality. And it's from our soul that we look to gather information as to what it is we really need to manifest in our world at this time. As we do this work, we continue to learn how to see into the non-ordinary realms, and we ask that the eagle takes us into these realms and helps us to see the way the eagle sees, so that we see into these realms through the eyes of the eagle. We can learn how to journey and maneuver in these non-ordinary realms in a way that helps us retrieve knowledge and brings it back into our everyday reality. As the shaman makes his way around the wheel throughout his or her lifetime, then we learn to gather this sacred knowledge and bring it into everyday form. We have talked in the past about how the medicine wheel is a living tool for personal growth and transformation, and how as we access our own personal issues and work through our healing process, we're also accessing a path of spiritual initiation. It's in the East that we take everything we've learned around the wheel and bring it into everyday form. So we work with the laws of manifestation and creation. We learn how to find our vision and how to recognize that vision first energetically, in energy form, in the non-ordinary realms. Often our conscious mind can't even grasp what that means in terms of a physical manifestation. But we learn to just find what it is our soul is looking to bring forward at this point in time. We begin to realize when we're in the North what our sense of mission and purpose is. And it's in the East that we start to bring that into reality. As we start to access this form energetically, we can then more easily and quickly bring it into some form that makes sense in our everyday world. So all of us have been able to manifest in some ways in our lives. If you think about the area in your life where you have had the easiest time creating what you need, notice what your belief system has been around that ability to create. And notice how it's that belief system that reinforces your ability to create. We can very easily manifest if our thoughts are clear and precise. But if we're unsure, if we have doubt, or if we're confused, then what we manifest in our world is confusion. So from a spiritual context, we begin to understand that what we create in our world is a mirror of what it is we hold inside of ourselves. We all also have areas in our life where it's been hard to create. we might have the thought, why is it that I could never find the relationship that I really want to have? Or why is it that I can't make money the way I would like to? Well, listen to the words. Listen to the belief system. What are you saying about yourself? And how does your unconscious begin to translate that into your everyday reality? So the first step of the East is to clarify belief systems, to notice what we believe we can create and what we believe we can't. Often, as we start to embrace a new belief, as we work through the issues that get in our way and block us from truly creating from our higher self, then our life does start to shift, and it may even appear somewhat chaotic initially. Often, structures need to break down in order for new ones to take form. But as we clarify the beliefs in terms of what we want to create, then our world starts to shift and change in a way that reflects those higher beliefs and desires. We start to learn that as we access those beliefs energetically, we can quickly either reinforce them or let go of them. One of my teachers had once said to me that the worst black magic we can do is the black magic we do to ourselves by our thoughts, by our belief system. If we believe something negative about ourselves, then that's what we continuously create over and over again. So the first step is to acknowledge what has been the beliefs that have kept us from truly manifesting what we feel is our heart's desire, and to start to clarify those belief systems, to start to realize that what it is we believe internally becomes created externally. So all we need to do is to look at our lives and to see where is the clarity, where is the ease and the flow, and where is the chaos and the struggle. And that will help us start to differentiate what exactly are our beliefs that keep us stuck. As we start to let go of the old beliefs and redefine and reframe our belief system, then we start to create differently in our world. Once we can clarify our belief system, then we need to get our logical mind out of the way. We might think we know what we want. We want a relationship. We want a job with more money. We want a new house. We want things in our world that will satisfy us. But from the point of view of the soul, it can be very different. Perhaps our soul wants us to start to live our purpose and our mission. Do you know what your mission is in this lifetime? Working with the medicine wheel helps us to clarify what is it that our soul is here for us to learn, and what is it that we need to bring forward into this everyday world. For those that follow the shamanic tradition, we learn that as we circle the wheel, we make our way up the mountain, but we always come back down again. And the shaman always brings that higher knowledge back into community, into family, and into the ordinary realms. So it's through meditation and accessing our inner vision that we're able to start to give some form to the energy that our soul wants us to bring through. It may be something like inner peace, or joy, or a deeper love within ourselves. And if we can access that and begin to manifest it internally, then our outer world begins to change. We're living in times in which we're moving very, very quickly. Our spiritual awakening is happening more quickly than ever. Our thoughts can manifest more quickly than ever. It used to be that if we would think about something and release it and let it go and hold that vision and reinforce that vision, then down the road we could create what we say we want to create. But now we're creating very fast. If we have a thought, it can come into form like that. So we need to be clear about what we're asking to create. We have talked about in a previous segment how we're moving into an age that the Mayans call the Golden Age, a time in our evolutionary process where we are recognizing ourselves as multidimensional beings. We can live in our ordinary realms our ordinary reality, and at the same time access a higher space within ourselves. And it's from that place that we can begin to create. So, as those of you out there that have been struggling to just create a happier lifestyle, or perhaps there's a crisis in your world, a medical crisis or an emotional crisis, and you're looking to clear that crisis, it's important to look at your belief systems behind your ability to clear it. Look at your belief system that has played a role in the creation of the situation. Now, that's not to say that we are blaming ourselves for what we create. I think that some people misinterpret that. We live in a society that reinforces belief systems and thought forms all the time, and we're a part of that society. So to be able to recognize a belief system that has been so ingrained, that's a part of our family, that's a part of our society, that's a part of living in our world as human beings, can take some work. But we can do that, and we can bring through a new vision into our life. So I would like to give you a brief experience of what that would mean to start to clarify your vision from the reference point of your soul, rather than the reference point of your everyday mind. In our previous segments, I have taken you through a breathing exercise, which we're going to be doing again today. And then I will take you into a brief meditation that will just start to help you define energetically the pattern of what it is your soul is looking to create. Your conscious mind won't be able to grasp the form of this vision, but it will slowly begin to manifest in your world as you access it on a visual and energetic level. So let's start with 3 deep breaths, and we're going to breathe in through our nose, into our belly, and we're going to raise the breath from the belly to the lungs, and then hold it for as long as you can hold it. Then you begin to slowly let it go through your mouth, and then hold your lungs empty for as long as you can hold it. And we're going to do this 3 times. So let's begin. Inhaling through the nose. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. Bringing the breath into your belly, up to your lungs. Hold it. Then slowly let it go through your mouth, holding your lungs empty. Take a second deep breath through your nose, into your belly. Send the breath up to your chest, into the lungs, and hold it. And slowly let it go through your mouth, holding your lungs empty. And do this one more time, silently, inhaling through your nose, taking yourself through the steps of this breath. And notice your body relaxing totally and completely. Notice the stress releasing from your body. Feeling very good and very relaxed. And this is a wonderful breathing technique for basic stress reduction, or just prior to any meditation practice that you might do. Now I'm going to use the drum, which is a way that shamans quickly get into an altered state, and I'm going to take you on a brief journey. So get comfortable, close your eyes. And imagine a root like the root of a tree reaching down from the base of your spine into the earth. And along that root, pull up the earth energy as a silver beam of light. Up the root and into the spine. Up the spine and into your heart. And from your heart, send that light out to every cell of the body. Every cell of the body. And up above, imagine a beautiful golden star. And that star is you. Your higher self. Your connection to spirit. And there's a beam of light coming down from that star. Down in through the top of your head and into your heart. And from your heart, send that golden light out to every cell of your body. Every cell of your body. Now with all of your awareness, follow that golden light back to its source. Back into that star, bringing all of your awareness into that star. And feel your consciousness expanding, larger and larger, and larger and larger. And we call forth the light of our solar star, our soul soul. We open to the light. We receive the light. And we are the light. And as you bathe in the light of your solar star, notice your energy field. The colors, the patterns, and the radiance of your field. And as you notice your energy field, notice the patterns within that field that are being activated by the light of your solar star. The patterns that reflect your soul's vision of what it is you need to bring forward within yourself and within your world at this time. Just notice the patterns. Putting your conscious mind aside, bring all of your awareness into those patterns. Going deep into those patterns now. Notice your experience of those patterns. The emotion that's held there. The belief system about yourself that's held there. As your soul begins to energetically create a pattern to hold your vision. And as you stay in that experience, notice what it would mean to hold that experience and bring it into your everyday world. Your relationships, your work, your creative process. And now we're going to just energize that vision, bringing even more light into those patterns now. Bringing your awareness back to your energy field. Noticing the colors, the energy, the radiance of your field. As your energy field takes on that pattern of your soul's vision. And we're going to begin our journey back, gently coming down through the stars, coming down, bringing down that radiant light in through the top of your head and into your heart. And from your heart, send that light out to every cell of the body, activating your soul's vision in every cell of the body. And extend that light down the base of your spine, deep into the earth, anchoring your light deep into the earth. Bringing your awareness back to your physical body, feeling the energy circulating like rivers of light throughout your body. And bringing your awareness back into your present moment, into the here and now. As you come back, notice what you're feeling. Notice what that experience was like. And without trying to define your vision, let yourself just have an inner experience of it. And begin to notice how this vision begins to make itself known to you in your world. How it starts to take greater shape and form as you work with the energetic pattern of it, charging it with your own solar light and then letting it go. So, as we continue working with the medicine wheel, we continuously circle the wheel, moving from the east back into the south again, but this time at a whole other level. As our soul's vision begins to manifest in our world, it takes us into our personal issues in a different way. It takes us into our spiritual light in a different way. And the shamans believe that throughout our entire lifetime, we're constantly circling the wheel. And as we do this consciously, this becomes an amazing living tool for personal growth and spiritual transformation. So over these past 4 segments, we've been working with the 4 directions of the wheel very briefly to give you some sense as to the type of work that can be done in your own process. Let yourself start to access the forces of nature in your own healing process. Learn how you can bridge the gap between modern technology and ancient wisdom. And the combination of both can open the doors within ourselves for greater and deeper healing and for amazing steps on our spiritual path. As we access the forces of nature and learn how to work in these non-ordinary realms, then we start to get feedback from our world that lets us know that we're on the right path. Things begin to happen synchronistically that help us discern whether we're taking the right steps or not on our path to spiritual awareness and healing. So for those of you who are interested in pursuing this type of discipline, find a teacher. Let yourself work with someone who could take you around the wheel, who can help you to integrate this in your own process of growth and transformation, as well as healing whatever the crises are in your world. When you begin to learn that you have the ability to create and manifest from the perception of your soul, then your crisis in your everyday world can take on a whole new direction. So I would like to thank you all for tuning in and watching these past 4 segments on the medicine wheel. It's been a brief introduction to this work, and I hope that it has touched you and changed you in some way. I'm Irene Siegel, co-director of Centerpoint, and thank you so much for tuning in and taking this journey with me.